Classic Art Readers, Level 2. The Works of Paul Cézanne. Copyright 2023, Seed Learning. All rights reserved. Introduction. Paul Cézanne is a French artist from the late 19th century. He has been called the father of modern art. Cézanne used geometric form and color in a new way. He showed us that color could change the form of an object. Today, we think of Cézanne as a genius. However, during his life, most people rejected his ideas about art. It was only after his death that he became well known. Early life. Paul Cézanne was born in 1839 in Aix, France. His family was quite rich. His father, who was a banker, was very conservative. Cézanne was interested in art from an early age. However, his father did not like this. He wanted Cézanne to become a lawyer. Because of this, Cézanne could not formally study art. He studied law at school and even started to work at his father's bank. But during all this, he did not give up on his art. Cézanne went to nearby art classes at night. He taught himself painting techniques. Becoming an artist. Cézanne finally got his father to let him follow his love of art. He moved to Paris in 1861. There, he started to paint with the Impressionists. It was then he met Impressionist Camille Pissarro. This was a turning point for Cézanne. Pissarro encouraged him. He gave Cézanne advice about his painting. Cézanne came to think of Pissarro as his master. The Impressionists did not follow the ideas of traditional art. They did not try to paint realistically. Instead, they just wanted to give an impression of a scene. They used quick, light brush strokes and bright colors. They focused on the effect of light. Style of painting. Cézanne's first paintings were very dark and heavy. After working with Pissarro, he began to use lighter colors. He changed his brush strokes. He began to develop his own style. Like the Impressionists, Cézanne's painting was non-traditional. However, the Impressionists were interested in light, while Cézanne was not. He was interested in geometric form and color. Cézanne thought that nature had three main shapes: the cone, the sphere, and the cylinder. Cézanne wanted to recreate the things he saw using their own geometric shapes. For example, he tried to paint trees using cylinders as the basis. Cézanne's paintings were almost more like sculptures than paintings. He created layers of shapes and geometric figures. He built a picture using shapes. Cézanne was a slow and careful painter. He used small brush strokes. This meant it took him a long time to finish a painting. There was even a painting called The Bathers that he spent more than 10 years to finish. He worked on it from 1894 to 1905. The art world. Cézanne challenged many ideas in art. His paintings did not show light or shadow. Objects in his paintings did not follow only one perspective. Instead, Cézanne used changing colors to create 3D effects. Traditional painters and critics did not like his style of painting. In France, there was a yearly exhibition called the Paris Salon. The Academy of Fine Arts chose the paintings for this. Only the best fine art was chosen for the show. However, the Academy rejected Cézanne's paintings. They continued to reject his work for almost 20 years. Cézanne faced terrible criticism. Many critics called his paintings ugly. Cézanne found this difficult to experience. More and more, he stayed away from public life. He moved away from Paris and went back to Aix. Cézanne's influence. Luckily, other modern artists saw Cézanne's genius. His painting inspired them. They began to test new ideas with geometry and color effects. Today, we call Cézanne a post-impressionist. He developed the ideas of Impressionism. He explored the connection between color and form. Through this, he led the way for modern artists after him. Important modern artists were strongly influenced by Cézanne. Picasso, Matisse, and Kandinsky are just a few examples. In fact, Picasso said of Cézanne, "He is the father of us all." Cézanne's last years were spent alone. However, he never gave up painting or exploring new ideas in art. Cézanne died because of a sudden illness in 1906. He was 67 years old. Cézanne died before knowing of his success in the art world. Now, his name is known around the world. He would have been proud of the popularity of his art.